Thank you for coming along here. I hope you're here not just because you're friends of the men's shed and you have an interest in the men's shed, but because either you've helped us in some way, or it may have helped you in some way, or perhaps you've got wind of the Libby's buffet that's going to be exciting later on. As well as the buffet, inside there'll be there's 4 notice boards on 3 subjects, and our briefers John, Spen and Davy will give you an update on those. It's a bit of an insight of what we've done in the community. And that's been done without these facilities, so we've had the Scottish inclement weather to contend with as well. The last board, the first one will deal with the men's shed, and the last one will bring it onto the vision where we're hoping to go. But for a men's shed, I think it's pertinent to note here that our audience has quite a lot of ladies in there, which goes to support the saying that behind every good man there's a good woman. And certainly looking at the quality of the ladies here today, we mere mortals men have an amazing sport and backing. But it is at this point that I must apologise to the bard, Ravi Burns, and his highly chauvinistic Tarbolton Bachelors Club, who at this moment must be turning in their graves. But we've got ladies from all walks of life. Our partners are here. There's leading lights in the community representation from the Community Council, etc. But we've even got Dr. Katrina from Craigvidian Surgery. Although it has been said, looking at the ages of the men's shed, perhaps the Padre would have been a better choice. But seriously, social prescribing is a big thing these days, and men's sheds can help with that. And if we can help take a wee bit of workload from the NHS and not only save money, but save lives as well, that will be absolutely amazing. We'll probably never know if we've saved lives, but we certainly will know if we haven't saved lives, and the knock-on effects that does have on families and those left behind. Still on the subject of men's mental health, it's quite a raw subject with me, as I've recently lost 3 colleagues to suicide, all with young families. 2 were in their 40s, one had just turned 40 and the other in his 50s. And inside on the board there's some quite shocking statistics, and John Fogg will expand on them inside. But on a lighter note, back onto the thank yous. A big thank you's got to go to Grant Lane and the First Minister for their assistance in getting this Unit 5 as our temporary short-term accommodation. And it'll go a long way to assist us expand the shed and carry out...
Good afternoon everyone. It's a great pleasure to be here today and to be able to be part of this joyful occasion. And to start really with the really serious point that Neil has raised, that the men's shed movement, I first encountered the men's shed movement many years ago. It was in Aberdeen. I think it was, I'm going to say King's Wells, but it was West Hill. Thank you. Thank goodness somebody knows what I'm up to. West Hill. And it was the first time I'd encountered the movement. It was in an old kind of shop building, and the shop had been out of use. And what struck me was just the sense of joy and purpose that the facility of the men's movement gave to bringing men together to work together in a collaborative way, and also to find the space to be able to talk about some of the issues that are difficult for men habitually to talk about. And I think, and from then on, I have been a great admirer and follower. I've seen different developments take place around my own constituency, and I'm absolutely delighted that the Dunkeld and Birnam men's shed has taken this significant step forward by taking over these premises here. And Neil has been playing a very active part, as you will know, in the work that we've been taking forward about Dunkeld and Birnam station. And we're in 3 phases around the station. The first is to get the platform height improved, which I'm used to how slow things take, how long it takes to get things done. Well, that has gone from high pressure to being finished in less than 18 months, which, believe you me, is extraordinary in this day and age. Phase 2 is about completing the vision of Mike Silburn to make sure that people of all abilities and disabilities could access the station, and that's underway. And phase 3 is about making sure that absolutely wonderful building is able to be used for good purposes in this community. And Neil has been part of the various discussions that I've been hosting to try to advance that. And I would, this will probably be a temporary thing, I would dearly love the main shed to be in that building in due course, and it would be a wonderful use for part of that building to be utilised for, but there'll be many other uses that can come along. But today is a moment of great achievement and celebration. I pay tribute to everybody who plays a part in the Dunkeld and Birnam main shed, and I know that good work will be able to come out of this, not just in keeping some men busy and occupied and perhaps keeping them out of your way at times, but also about being able to work with other local groups and organisations to make things happen, and to make things, and to do things, and to make good activities happen within the community. And this is a really strong community with great interaction and connections, and I know the main shed will help enormously. Now, in terms of, Neil was very kind about my role in trying to help things along. Grant Lane and I work together very closely as a team to make sure that we serve and represent the people of this community as effectively as we can, to try to remove obstacles and barriers and just get things out the road to make things happen. So my warmest thanks to Grant for all that he helps me with to make progress on all of these questions, and I look forward to seeing the fruits of the main shed in the period to come. I'm sure there will be good things come out of this, great impact on the community and significant benefits for all. So I've never ever, I've unveiled many plaques in my time. When you've represented, I've had the enormous privilege of representing this area for nearly 3 decades.